So fam and everyone out there in the world, this is Nihility Intensity Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury's for the second half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Scorpio. Now, with that being said, I hope all of y'all Geminis have been having a good first half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Scorpio, and entering the second half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Scorpio. I hope everything goes well for the said second half of us going through the season of Scorpio. Now, with that being said, I'm going to talk about the Sun and what it represents being in Scorpio. So, the Sun is, of course, our actions, our viewpoints, how we see the world around us, as well as correlates to our wants. And it is going to be in the energies of Scorpio, which is fixed water, being fixated on its own ways of feeling the emotions. And Scorpio was born out of the 8th house of behind closed doors energies. Occult mysticism, which mysticism is just the unknown, and whatever is in the dark, which not the dark as in night or day or electrical dark, the dark as in the unknown as well. So, that being said, Gemini, you are mutable AO, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. And Gemini was born out of the 3rd house of familiarity, people, places, and things that you're familiar with, as well as your local surroundings and what's within arm's reach. So, with you being a Gemini, and it being in Scorpio season, or the Sun being in Scorpio, you guys are in conjunction this energy. So you're misunderstanding how to communicate in a mutable way about your own fixated energies. Just know that this is a time to really dive within and sort out your desires, and don't talk too much, but talk about things that you need to when it comes to the desires when it's time to do so. And that's for the Sun signs. And in the Moon signs, you're going to be attracting people that are misunderstanding how to communicate in a mutable way towards you about their own fixated energies. So, people seem a bit off, that's why. So just ride the coin and do your best you can. Now, going to shuffle the Universal Capture Tarot deck a couple of times, and pull 9 cards out of said Universal Capture Tarot deck, plus the overall, then move on to the Vital Rate deck for clarifications, and then move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me with 3 cards to end the reading off. So, that being said, let's pull out your cards. So, your overall energy of the reading is the 10 of Wands. So, you could be dealing with responsibilities that feel like burdens, or just feel burdened overall during this second half of the Sun transition sign of Scorpio, with the 10 of Wands showing up. Now, with the first card being the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles represents you moving slowly, methodically, and practically towards what you want and desire. Just be forewarned of procrastination or procrastination energies during this time. Alright? Don't procrastinate, but continue to think practically about how you're going after what you want and desire during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now, with the second card for the Universal Capture Tarot deck that you get is the Strength card, which is Leo energy. So you could be dealing with the Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or have Leo in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, you're just doing your best to remain strong and have strength through these times of burden, or with the 10 of Wands showing up, you feeling burdened, or just carrying responsibilities that feel like burdens, and you're doing your best to have the strength to do so. Now with the third card from the Universal Character Tarot deck that you get is the Five of Swords, which is, I feel, is a sense of defeat. So you may feel defeated about something or some circumstance or situation that didn't work out in your favor. Don't let this defeat get to you too much. Sort through what you've learned throughout this experience and then pick yourself up and move on. Alright? Do the best you can anyways. Now with the fourth card for Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Queen of Wands, which the Queen of Wands is you being independent, passionate, and passionately going after what you want and desire without really caring about others' thoughts and feelings. Not necessarily not caring about them in general, but just the thoughts and feelings about what you're going on for yourself. Keep in mind that this is an attractive energy, so do be aware that you will attract people being in this energy, but continue to be in this energy because this is very independent and sufficient energy, especially when it comes to going after what you want and desire. A lot of signs are getting, I think Aries and Taurus got this card, which makes sense since Mars is in Scorpio during this time. Now with the fifth card from the Universal Character Tarot deck that you get is the Seven of Swords, which the Seven of Swords is talking about a little bit self-deception. We would have to clarify to see exactly what's going on with this, but do your best to not self-deceive yourself and self-deceive yourself and cut yourself short or think unhighly of yourself or what you want to do and don't think you're able to do so. That could be what the self-deception is coming from, since you are feeling burdened. But whatever self-deception you are dealing with, do your best to create positive thoughts and feelings by understanding and understanding that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, only creating and agreeing with thoughts and feelings. So like I said, create positive thoughts and feelings and to get rid of the self-deception, as well as check your surroundings and the people that are around you, just to be sure that they're not deceiving you as well. But we'll clarify this when we get to it, so don't get scared. Now with the sixth card for Universal Character Tarot deck that you get is the Eight of Cups, which the Eight of Cups is you emotionally walking away from things that no longer serve you in the emotional world, either temporarily or indefinitely. But I do see you walking away from something or someone during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now, with that being said, moving on to the seventh card from the Universal Character Tarot deck, and you get is the Moon card, which is Pisces energy. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Pisces in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, you are listening to your intuition and following your intuition, as well as this card lets you know and wants you to be aware to embrace the unknown but don't fear the unknown. And just keep in mind that fear itself is the sphere of reality, by you being a spirit, being no thing, no shape, no form, creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings. So instead, transmute those negative thoughts and feelings into positive thoughts and feelings, moving forward through the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio to alleviate that fear. Continue to listen to your intuition, but once again, don't get in the fear of feeling the unknown, but instead embrace the unknown during this time. Now with the eighth card for the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Five of Wands, which is talking about minor conflicts. Again, we'll have to clarify this to see what's going on, but you are dealing with minor conflict during this time. Not much else I can say about that. Just know that it's minor conflict and nothing too serious. And then your ninth and last but not least card that you get from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the Magician, which the Magician is Virgo energy. So you could be dealing with the Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Virgo in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. And with that being said, the Magician overall is saying that you are in manifestation mode. So don't self-deceive yourself and let this sense of defeat get to you. Walk away from things that no longer serve you during this time, and know that this conflict that you're dealing with is minor conflict. We're going to clarify that when we get to it. But overall, keep doing what you're doing, because you are in manifestation mode during this time. Now, let's move on to clarifications. Let's see what additional information the tarot would like to give to you. Now, for the overall being the Ten of Wands is clarified by the King of Swords. So you may be up in your head, right? You may be overthinking things or being very logical about it. Do your best to balance out these thoughts and emotions in equilibrium, but continue to think fair and logical about what you got going on, but don't think too logical and end up overthinking stuff and stressing yourself out at the same time during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now with the Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Swords, which is you resting and meditating, and you very well could be contemplating how to take your next move. And this is what why you are in the energies of the Knight of Pentacles. You're taking a rest and taking a breather and stepping back and looking at the bigger picture during this time, and then moving practically towards what you want and desire, while after evaluating that bigger picture with the Four of Swords coming up. So don't spend too long in that Four of Swords energy and procrastinate, but use that Four of Swords energy to really reevaluate what you got going on and then proceed forward. Now with the Strength card is clarified by the Devil card, which is Capricorn energy. So you begin with the Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or have Capricorn in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, you are dealing with either fear, which again, whenever I was talking about the Moon card, fear is just feels of reality, be a you as a spirit, being no thing, no shape, no form, creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings. So instead of creating those negative thoughts and feelings and agreeing with those negative thoughts and feelings, create positive thoughts and feelings and agree with positive thoughts and feelings to alleviate this fear. Or you are indulging at this time, either or. But you, with the Devil clarifying the Strength card, I feel like you are doing your best to be strong and overcome these fears that you've got going on for you during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Scorpio. Now with the Five of Swords is clarified by the Empress card, which is Taurus energy. So you could be on the cusp of Taurus Gemini, and so you're standing in your power. Or you could be dealing with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you may have some Taurus in another placement in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, you are standing in your value, being aware of your value and what you have to offer, as well as this card is a forewarning of fertility, or wanting you to be aware that you are fertile during this time. So if you're not wanting children or anything like that, use protection or take necessary actions to prevent from having children, or getting someone pregnant, or getting yourself pregnant at this time, because the Empress does once again represent fertility. But with the Empress card clarifying the Five of Swords, I feel like you are in the sense of defeat, because or you just feel defeated by the situation, and you're just remaining in your value and being self-aware about your value during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now with the Queen of Wands is clarified by the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is talking about a vision. You're giving birth to a vision that you've envisioned for yourself, as well as taking leadership over this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, like I said. But this card does want you to be aware of being impatient about things not growing or coming into fruition as fast as you would like them to. Continue to stay on task, continue to put energy into this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, especially if it's for the betterment of your well-being and your highest good during this time. Because I do see you heading towards success at this moment, with the Magician card being at the end of the spread. So just don't get impatient during this time. Now with the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is once again talking about independency, sufficiency within your own self, and passionately going after what you want and desire without caring about others' thoughts and feelings, not necessarily themselves in general. Like I said with the first Queen of Swords, but with the Queen of Swords, not Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, clarifying the Seven of Swords. Do your best to talk to others. Don't be too independent at this time, right? Do your best to converse with others, plan with others, see if others can help you with what you got going on, because this is where the self-deceptive energy is coming from, is you being too independent during this time. So just keep aware of that. Now with the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is talking about discontentment. So you're walking away from whatever it is that makes you feel discontent, alright, or dissatisfied, and walking towards stuff that do during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. So that is really good to see. It's almost like they cancel each other out, and you walking away from that energy. Alright, so moving on to the Moon card. The Moon card is clarified by the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is talking about you emotionally caring for yourself, putting emotions towards what you want and desire to do in your life, as well as only giving your cup out to those that, or your emotions out to those that you feel deemed worthy of giving your emotions to. Because the Queen of Cups herself doesn't just give her cup to just anybody. She only gives her cup to those that she feels worthy of giving her cup to. So be discerning while doing so. Listen to your intuition. Put emotions towards yourself and what it is that you want and desire to do in your life. Moving forward, and embrace the unknown without fearing the unknown during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now with the Five of Wands, the Five of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups itself is talking about you being in a place of happiness and bliss in the emotional realm, and having having everything that you want and need in the emotional realm during this time. But with it clarifying the Five of Wands, you could be having troubles being in this energy at this time. Do your best to focus on what you do have at the present moment, instead of focusing on what you don't have, and try to create happiness, or try to do your best to see things happen in your favor during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Alright, sorry about the dogs. Now with the Magician card is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is talking about you nurturing yourself, nurturing what it is that you want and desiring to do, as well as nurturing others around you and being very motherly-like or very caring-like. But keep in mind that this card, like the Empress card, is a card of fertility. So if you're not trying to have children or get pregnant or have someone else get pregnant, do the necessary things that you need to do to prevent that from happening. But with the Queen of Pentacles clarifying the Magician card, by you nurturing yourself and nurturing what it is that you want and desire to do in your life during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio, you will be manifesting during this time. Now let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck. Let's see what Mother Moon has to say to you, to me, to end the reading off. Excuse the noises and voices. Now, your first card for Mother Moon to you, to me, is New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. So know that luck is on your side at this time. Continue to put energy into this vision that you've envisioned for yourself and what you want and desire to do in your life. And don't overthink it with this Queen of... like I said, with this King of Swords, clarifying this Ten of Wands. Are you overthinking it? You're going to be stressing yourself out, so don't overthink it. And know that luck is on your side during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now, with the second card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. So a fiery climax is approaching for you. As long as you don't let this sense of fear or the sense of defeat bother you or get to you. If you continue to do what you're doing right now, you will be manifesting, and a fiery climax will approach for you during the second half of the sun, which is in the sign of Scorpio. And then your last card, but definitely not least, from Mother Moon to you through me, is New Moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So it is time to take action during this time. Don't hold yourself back. Don't let anything hold you back. Focus on yourself, but also ask for help from those that you trust as well. Because remember, the Queen of Wands did clarify the Seven of Swords. So being too independent can be self-destructive for yourself during this time. But overall, take action on what it is that you want and desire to do in your life during the second half of the sun, which is in the sign of Scorpio. And with that being said, that'll be all for this general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury's. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man. Y'all be blessed. Know that you'll never be less. Y'all take care and peace.